Tired of your sewing machine jamming on thick fabrics? Whether you're working with denim, leather, or canvas, a flimsy machine just won't cut it. Today we're counting down the 5 best-rated heavy-duty sewing machines that can actually handle the tough stuff without breaking a sweat. I've dropped direct Amazon links to each of these powerhouses in the description below, so check those out. Let's dive in. Coming in at number 5, we have the Brother ST371 HD Strong and Tough. And honestly, this machine lives up to its name. What I love about this one is that it's incredibly beginner-friendly while still being powerful enough for serious projects. You're getting 37 built-in stitches here, which is actually more than most heavy-duty machines offer. It runs at 800 stitches per minute, not the fastest on our list, but plenty quick for most projects. The metal needle plate gives you that smooth fabric feeding you need when you're working with tricky materials. Brother threw in some really practical features like a spring-action zigzag foot that automatically adjusts to different fabric thicknesses. That's huge when you're switching between thin cotton and thick canvas. Plus, you get a non-stick foot for leather and vinyl, which is something you'd normally buy separately. Here's what makes this a smart buy. Brother offers lifetime technical support. Like actually free support for as long as you own the machine. That's pretty rare these days. The built-in carrying handle makes it super portable if you take classes or work in different spaces. Now, one thing to keep in mind, while this machine is great for most heavy-duty work, some users mention it can struggle a bit with extremely thick layers, like 6 layers of heavy denim with top stitching. It'll do it, but you might need to take it slow. At number 4, we've got the Janome HD 3000, and this is basically the veteran of heavy-duty machines. Janome has been perfecting this model for over 20 years, and it shows. This thing is built like a tank with its aluminum body, weighing in at almost 19 pounds. That's not a bug, that's a feature. Heavy means stable. The HD 3000 gives you 18 built-in stitches with adjustable length and width up to 6.5 millimeters. It'll cruise at 860 stitches per minute, which is that sweet spot between speed and control. What really sets this apart is the build quality. People constantly say it just feels more premium than competitors in the same price range. The full rotary hook bobbin system is super reliable, and the top drop-in design makes threading way easier than old side-loading systems. You get adjustable presser foot pressure, which is essential when you're jumping between lightweight fabrics and heavy upholstery material. The built-in needle threader saves your eyesight after long sewing sessions. Here's what makes this a smart buy. Janome backs this with a 25-year limited warranty. That tells you everything about how confident they are in this machine's longevity. It also comes with a hard protective cover, which is a nice touch. Now, the only real downside, it doesn't have an automatic buttonhole function. You get a 4-step buttonhole, which takes a bit more attention. Not a deal breaker, but worth mentioning if you're making a lot of garments with multiple buttonholes. Sliding into the number 3 spot is the Singer Heavy Duty 4452, and this is probably the most popular heavy-duty machine on Amazon right now, with over 18,000 reviews averaging 4.6 stars. That kind of feedback doesn't happen by accident. This beast cranks out 1,100 stitches per minute. That's 60% faster than standard machines. The motor is legitimately powerful, and you can feel the difference when you're pushing through thick materials. You get 32 built-in stitches, covering everything from basic straight stitches to decorative options, with stitch width adjustable up to 6 millimeters. The heavy-duty metal frame with a stainless steel bed plate means this machine isn't going anywhere when you're working. It stays planted, which gives you better control and cleaner stitches. Singer includes some killer accessories too, a walking foot, non-stick foot, and leather needles right in the box. Those extras alone can run you $50 separately. The automatic needle threader is a lifesaver, and the simple dial controls make this super intuitive to use. No complicated computer screens, just straightforward mechanical controls that actually feel satisfying to use. The adjustable presser foot pressure lets you dial in the perfect setting for whatever you're sewing. Now, one thing some users note, at top speed, this machine can be pretty loud. It's not obnoxious, but if you're sensitive to noise or sewing late at night in an apartment, you might want to dial back the speed occasionally. At number 2, we're stepping up to the JUKI HZL300 Exceed series, and this is where we get into professional grade territory. JUKI is a legendary name in industrial sewing, and they've packed that expertise into a home machine that absolutely dominates. This machine scored highest in independent testing for both sewing ability and ease of use. That's not marketing hype, that's actual performance data. You're getting 106 built-in stitches with 3 lettering fonts and 16 sensor-controlled automatic buttonholes. The LCD screen gives you clear stitch settings and even recommends which presser foot to use. Here's what makes this special: the industrial-style box feed system. This is the same feeding mechanism used in commercial machines, and it handles extreme thickness variations like a champ. Whether you're doing delicate silk or heavy canvas, the feed stays consistent. It runs at 900 stitches per minute with rock-solid stitch quality. The automatic thread trimmer is controlled by the foot pedal. One quick tap, and both top and bottom threads are cut clean. That saves so much time on production work. The drop feed dogs make free motion quilting super easy, and the one-touch pattern selection buttons are perfectly placed for workflow. The trade-off here is the price point. This is definitely an investment compared to entry-level machines. But if you're serious about sewing or planning to tackle professional projects, that extra cost pays for itself in reliability and performance. This machine will last you years with proper care. And taking the #1 spot, we have the absolute powerhouse, the Janome HD9 Professional. This is the newest launch from Janome, and they're calling it the fastest home-use heavy-duty machine on the market. They're not exaggerating. This thing hits 1,600 stitches per minute. That speed is insane, but what's more impressive is how smooth it runs. Janome built this with 8 enclosed ball bearings, so even at full throttle, it's remarkably quiet and vibration-free. The industrial-strength construction means this machine will outlive most of us. The jumbo side-loading bobbin holds 40% more thread than standard bobbins, which means fewer interruptions when you're in the zone. You get both push-button and remote automatic thread cutters. That's 2 time-saving options most machines don't offer. The workspace is massive too, 12.25 inches wide by 7 inches deep, giving you serious room for large projects. Here's where it gets really professional. It includes a knee lifter for hands-free presser foot control. That's a game changer when you're manipulating heavy fabric. The heavyweight thread guide handles thick upholstery thread that would choke lesser machines. 6 LED lights eliminate all shadows, so you can see every detail. The only consideration here is availability and price. This is a premium machine with premium features, and sometimes stock runs low because of how popular it's become. But if you can get your hands on one, and you're serious about heavy-duty sewing, this is the machine that'll take you from hobbyist to professional level. Those are my top 5 picks for heavy-duty sewing machines that'll actually deliver on their promises. Remember to check those Amazon links in the description, and happy sewing. Thanks for watching.